Thanks for joining me for another Sunday School preview. In our upcoming lesson, we'll look at the life of one of the less popular characters of the Bible, but a man who, nonetheless, demonstrated great wisdom and was thus able to provide godly counsel. This man is Jethro, and his name means excellence. As per usual, the lesson is subdivided into 3 sections. First, we'll see that Jethro provides sanctuary for Moses. Secondly, we'll study Jethro blesses the mission. And in the final section, we'll look at how Jethro gives leadership advice. The lesson opens up by telling us that though Moses was raised as an Egyptian prince, he knew very well that he was a Hebrew. So when he saw one of his Hebrew brothers being mistreated by an Egyptian taskmaster, he killed him and hid his body in the sand. But what Moses thought was a secret became known to Pharaoh, who then sought to kill him, resulting in Moses escaping for his life several miles away in the land of his distant cousins, the Midianites. Sitting at a well in Midian, Moses witnessed another act of injustice and again rose to the defense of the weak and vulnerable. On this occasion, it was the daughters of the Midian priest, Jethro, who were being mistreated by some shepherds as they came to draw water for their flock. This kind and courageous act of Moses impressed Jethro, and this led to him offering one of his daughters to be Moses' wife. For the next 40 years, Moses worked as a shepherd, tending the flock of his father-in-law, Jethro. In this lesson, we will recount the narrative of Moses' encounter with the glory of God in the form of a burning bush, and how he was responsible and accountable enough to report to Jethro this encounter and to seek his blessing in going back to Egypt to fulfill the assignment that God had for him. The third and final section of the lesson follows Moses successfully leading the Israelites out of Egyptian bondage across the Red Sea. The wise Jethro observed Moses judging the people of Israel. Judging meant that Moses had to listen to many complaints and settled disputes. But this must have been overbearing and time-consuming. Jethro recognized that though Moses was working hard, he was not necessarily working smart. It's important for persons in leadership to understand that leadership does not mean that we take on every single aspect of the work. There is such a thing called delegation. And what is the product of delegation, you may ask? Collaboration, enhanced productivity, improved effectiveness. This was Jethro's advice to Moses. Delegate. Share the responsibilities, or as I've been told, spread the butter over the bread. You don't have to die under pressure when help is available. The golden text taken from Exodus 18 verse 24 says, "So Moses hearkened to the voice of his father-in-law and did all that he had said." So I ask, who are the people in your life that you go to for advice? Are they in a relationship with God and are therefore qualified to give you advice? Are you humble enough to receive that advice? Or have you already concluded that you have all the answers and that your way is the right way? This is a powerful and interesting lesson. So make it your duty to be in Sunday school as we discuss Jethro, Counsellor and Father-in-Law. God bless you. See you in Sunday school.